All right, what's up, y'all? It's Landon, and tonight the proposition is the Trump administration's use of tariffs will have a positive impact on the United States. And tonight I'm going to be arguing against that proposition, against the idea that Trump's tariffs had a positive impact on the United States. And the articles that I read that we were provided basically show that the tariffs actually hurt the American consumers, damaged U.S. businesses, and didn't accomplish the goals that they were supposed to. So for my first article, for my first claim, tariffs raised prices for American consumers. So if we look at our one of our sources, the mini hidden cost of tariffs, tariffs work like a tax on imported goods. So when the U.S. taxed China's goods, American companies and American shoppers ended up paying more because everyday items like electronics, tools, and clothing went up in price. And the article basically explains that these extra costs hit middle class families the hardest. So instead of helping Americans, tariffs actually made everything just more expensive in a full circle. So for my second claim, tariffs hurt American businesses and jobs. So in that same article, the many hidden costs of tariffs, they also talk about a lot of the U.S. companies rely on imported materials, kind of like steel, like machinery parts or electronics. So when tariffs kicked in, their costs shot way up, and many businesses had to cut jobs, meaning fire people, delay expansions like hiring and growing the business, and raising their prices. So manufacturing workers were actually supposed to benefit from tariffs, but the article also talks about many factories actually struggling more because materials became more expensive than they were before. So yeah. Um, article number three. Argument number three. Um, I would talk about tariffs did not fix the trade deficit that was one of the goals. From our second source that I'm talking about, no one gains from American tariffs on China. One of the goals from Trump's tariffs was lowering the trade deficit with China, and but like the article talks about the trade deficit barely changing at all after the tariffs were set in place. So China didn't suddenly buy more from us like they were supposed to, and the tariffs didn't pressure China the way the administration said they would or thought it would. And one of the big goals of the tariffs wasn't solved or wasn't accomplished. And for my fourth and last claim or argument, tariffs started a trade war that hurt the U.S. more than it hurt China or anybody else. The same article, no one gains from American tariffs on China. China came back and hit us with their own tariffs in response to our tariffs that especially hurt American farmers because China was one of their biggest markets for these American farmers, and this caused a lot of farmers to lose their customers and obviously causing them to go bankrupt and losing thousands per truckload or per whatever. And so the U.S. had to spend billions of dollars in bailout money just to keep these farmers from going bankrupt. So basically, like, hey, we're the reason you lost your customers. Here's your money. So basically, I think that a policy that needs billions in emergency like bailout, like to have to do that, I don't think it's having a positive impact on our country. So when you look at all the real results from these tariffs, you have that the Americans they paid higher prices. U.S. businesses and workers suffered. Farmers were hit by retaliation from China's tariffs, and the trade deficit did not improve like it was supposed to. So I think it's pretty clear that the tariffs did not have a positive impact on the United States, and for these reasons, I strongly argue against the proposition. Thank you.